Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And we got another seat right here in the NBA. No better insider than Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, great to have you with us.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's great to be here. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Look at Richard Jefferson. He's like a kid in a candy store. He cannot wait to talk to you.
Yes, we love RJ.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum.
And you know, for the Celtics, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Here's the starting group for Kansas City. Mo Wagner out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Ball, and it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Prince in at the two-guard spot. And for Boston, Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. So Shams, our NBA champion Boston Celtics, last year, a terrific record from beginning to end. Could this be a dynasty in the making?
They have all the necessary ingredients. When you think about their top players, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, this is a group that's locked in for the long term. They have Kristaps Porzingis, Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Al Horford returning. This is a team that has potential to win for the next 3 to 5 years, and that starts with having your key players and your top players locked in. When you think about the teams with dynasty potential in today's NBA, the Celtics have to be at the top of the list.
To the left side wing. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. And Boston has possession. 4-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happened. They just picked the worst time to do it.
McConnell passes the ball. Prince in the corner. Got a piece of it. Robinson with it. He's picked up by White. It's stolen by White. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Last game for the Knights, they picked up the W against Oklahoma City. Outside, Ball. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Executing the plan here early, still haven't missed a shot.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world in the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Porzingis, it's a 2, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Outside, White. Brown against Prince. Brown, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Into the lane. Porzingis with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Brown jams it in.
Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
And Kansas City decides to take their first time out here. some stats for Mo Wagner.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Prince outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Prince has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Knights. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Holiday dishes to Brown. Shoots over ball. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Here's Ball. He had 37 points last game out. Here's Robinson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
That one misses for Robinson. Celtics trail by 6. Tatum with it. Robinson picks him up. Out to White. Here's Porzingis. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball, the pass to McConnell. Prince with the ball. Here's McConnell. Here's Ball. And it's good off the back rim and in. Ball's got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Well, we've talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly, most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution. Maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those 2 teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are 2 teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Kansas City. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul, second team foul.
Brown against Schroeder. Deep 2 from Ball.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Here's Holiday. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Schroeder kicks to Prince. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown right side. Over Ball. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 6.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. You know, knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Okay, big boy. All right. You like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. Look, he's forcing the defense to foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Kansas City.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Can't cash in from close range. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Back to Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
Schroeder with the ball. He has yet to score. Prince finds ball. Good, and a nice assist from Prince. And the Knights lead by 4. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. And he knocks down the first one. And Kansas City will go for a different look here. Love's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Smith comes in for Wagner. Mann's checked in for Ball. And Alec Burks subbed in for Prince. And so Kansas City now. Schroeder outside. Stolen away. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. That ties the game. And it's 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Kansas City has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Down low. Pass to Burks. And it's Love penetrating. A stupendous finish in traffic.
We don't see Love drive it all that often, but he's a pretty good ball handler. He just doesn't get himself into trouble.
To the middle. And the dunk by Horford.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Smith dishes to Love. To the inside. Mann gets the bucket. And the Knights lead by 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here's Tatum for 3. Love grabs the board. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knights. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
And here is Brown. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Knights leading by just 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen, guys, from Kansas City.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Setting the floor for Kansas City, Taurean Prince is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Robinson, then it's Ball, and it's Wagner in at the 4-man position. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Rebounded by the Celtics and going against Kansas City, their first meeting of the season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
These guys are looking forward to this year now, putting last season behind them.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate, and that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pritchard. 12 points his last outing. Pass to Hauser. Tatum with a screen on Ball. Hauser misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's a screen by Robinson. Schroeder passes to Robinson. Horford with the rebound. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And slam dunk by Tatum.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is the result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
And so Tatum nails them both. And the Knights call time here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's Ball. A special move before the shot. Ball's got 15 points.
That's a tough shot from Ball, but he's used to having to drain shots with defenses all around him.
Here's Tatum, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Clearly a foul.
Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Josh Richardson. Kansas City also with a sub. TJ McConnell, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. He hits the second from the line. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now McConnell. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Ball. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Holiday. Up top, Tatum. He's covered by McConnell. Sinks the triple. 8 points for him.
That's how you do it. Nice catch and shoot from Drew.
For Kansas City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Ball kicks to Wagner. Launches a 3. A shot by McConnell, no good. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Holiday, the pass to Horford. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Horford's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics. Kansas City has gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Outside, Robinson. And here's Prince outside. Drills it from outside. Prince has got 14 points for the game. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Pritchard. Robinson with the block. Now, here's McConnell. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside, Horford. From deep. That shot misses.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Ball with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Ball kicks to McConnell for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Celtics trail by 6. Pritchard passes to Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. Tatum with it. Shot to stop the run. Oh, Tatum from way outside.
Taking matters into his own hands. Tatum gets those 3 points back in a hurry.
McConnell scanning the floor. Lets a floater go. Tatum against Prince. Tatum drives in, and it's good. 2 points. Now just a 1-point night lead.
You thought that first quarter was good? He's been even better in the second.
And it's Ball in the corner. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Outside Holiday. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by McConnell. Pritchard passes to Horford. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Kansas City leading by 3. Robinson sets a screen for McConnell. Robinson down low. He's against Porzingis.
Nice work there to get a body, seal off his man, and collect the glass. That is textbook.
Tatum, that's good.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm, whew.
Back to Prince. Over Tatum. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
Here's Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game.
Nice shot, Porzingis with the length and the touch.
Wagner with a screen for McConnell. Takes it off the glass. McConnell's got 7 now in this quarter. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Celtics, you 16.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Horford. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And Kansas City will go for a different look here. Kevin Love's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Smith comes in for Mo Wagner. Mann's checked in for Ball. And Alec Burks subbed in for Taurean Prince. Brown jams it in!
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Kansas City has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. A shot by McConnell, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Pass to Tatum. Lets it fly from 18. The offensive rebound. Brown outside. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night. Kansas City has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Took him no time at all on that one. Burks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Back to Tatum. Here's the 3. And that's collected by Love. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knights. Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. It's good from long range. And it's a 5-point Kansas City lead.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Outside Tatum. And White kicks to Brown. Fires the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
On the wing, man. Here's Love. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And White slams it in.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Love with the screen on Holiday. McConnell passes to Love. And the block shot grabs it out of the air. From deep three-point territory. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Back to the action in just a minute.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
In that game against the Hawks, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focus and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, we try. Changing topics now, how impressive was Jason Tatum in that first half?
Talk about stretching the floor. Great percentage from deep. You have to guard him out there. That provides spacing for this team.
And it opens things up for everyone else. Those driving lanes are just big when he's there.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking that.
And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high-flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Porzingis in at the center position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Here's Holiday. He sinks the 11-footer. Holiday's got it all tied up now for Boston.
This is Holiday's bread and butter, a knockdown threat from the midi.
There's a screen by Robinson. To the paint. Plays it up off the glass. Robinson's got 8.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Outside, White. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in!
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. McConnell with it, now guarded by Porzingis. Pass to Robinson. It's tipped, taken away by Holiday. Now Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Holiday against McConnell. Robinson kicks the ball. Outside Prince. Lets it fly from 18. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year, He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
For Boston, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
First free throw is good. And so Tatum nails them both. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, look, he's going to continue to shoot it.
There's the lob to Brown. Stolen by Ball. All going up court. And Ball slams it in.
When he puts it all together, Ball can put on quite a performance.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Outside Holiday. White, wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Kansas City. Porzingis against McConnell. Robinson passes to Wagner. From deep, Prince buries the long-range jumper. And now it's a 3-point Kansas City lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here's Tatum for 3. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. Players you see here contribute as much on D as they do at the other end of the court. A list of the steal leaders among point guards. Third, Jrue Holiday.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
Yeah, it's just not their quickness or their hands that have them at the top of the list. It's their defensive instincts that set them apart.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
I even remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. They're still together.
Look, forget those long jumpers, Kristaps. Use that size. Rock the rim.
McConnell with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And here's Prince outside. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. McConnell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Tatum with the screen on Prince. Here's White. Banked in off the glass. White's got his second bucket. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Here's Wagner. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Knights lead by 1.
Love watching Ball operate in the screen and roll, just picking the defense apart.
Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Fires from deep. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Out left of the wing. Here's Ball. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Ferocious move there by Ball, finding his finish while also taking the foul.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Kansas City also with a sub. Schroeder's checked in. Kansas City shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Brown with it, guarded now by Prince. Brown kicks to Holiday. A three-pointer, no good. Kansas City has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Schroeder up top. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. The Celtics have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Tatum, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
And some changes here for Kansas City. Kevin Love's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Mann comes in for Ball. And it's Burks in for Taurean Prince. Off the inbound pass. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
It's Schroeder with the drop.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Jason Tatum. He's getting around 28 points per, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
And he's willing to take on the scoring load. And look, he is more than capable of delivering.
Schroeder hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. And he drives in. And the dunk by Brown.
Oh, take flight, JB. This man is explosive.
And Kansas City shooting a superb 63% from the field. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
Porzingis has gone 6 of 7 so far. Boy, he's making it look easy here, isn't he? Schroeder passes to Mann. Works for 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds in the game. Inside, here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Kansas City has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And that one's good. Love.
Lightning quick release from Love there.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Holiday against Burks. The shot by Holiday, no good. Mann finds Love. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Back to Schroeder. Ball's knocked loose. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Nobody's going to catch Brown in the open court like that. Nobody.
Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Schroeder. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 5, and he banks in the layup. Porzingis has got 15.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Mann passes to Love. Schroeder kicks to Wagner. Back to Schroeder. And he converts the layup. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for Kansas City.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Brown outside. Pass to Pritchard. 43 seconds left in the third. A three from Porzingis. Rebounded by Kansas City. Schroeder looking around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Horford comes in for Porzingis, and it's Richardson in for Drew Holiday. Kansas City also with a sub. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Kevin Love. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Bucket is good. Tatum's got 38 points. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Schroeder with the ball. He's got 10. And stolen by Horford. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Celtics lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Knights. Mo Wagner out there with ball. And it's Taurean Prince. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Robinson a screen on Richardson. Here's Schroeder. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Outside Tatum. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, guarding Tatum is just a major problem.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Kansas City?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Schroeder dishes to Prince. Ball from long range. The shot's good on the assist by Prince. Prince has got 6 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 5. Tatum on the wing. Robinson with the block. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knights. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside Tatum. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. They get it back. Tatum setting the pick for Richardson over Prince. Richardson, no luck. Kansas City leading by 7. Rob. And they're running. Pass to Hauser. Latrey sinks the three-pointer. Bowser's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Richardson, good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Here's Schroeder. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
That's good from Schroeder.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. The Knights also changing it up. Smith checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Alec Burks comes in for Lonzo Ball. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Prince. And here is Tatum. Pritchard, good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, Tatum read the floor and fed the best guy he could find.
For Kansas City, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Schroeder, and Kansas City misses again. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And the Knights call time here. The Knights making some changes. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Smith. Lonzo Ball comes in for Alec Burks. And it's Prince in for Dante DiVincenzo. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Kansas City's coach talked to his team during that timeout. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Wagner finds Robinson. Robinson sets a screen for Ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ball's got 14 points now in the second half.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. And he hits it to tie the game up.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Back to Ball. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. With the floater, Prince misses. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Tatum's shot is off.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
To the inside. Knocked loose and stolen by Horford. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Ball. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by Kansas City. Prince has got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Here's Schroeder. And Kansas City misses again. Boston shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Pritchard gets the bucket.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Kansas City trails by 3. Outside Robinson. From deep, Prince. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So it's the Celtics now. Boston, no good that time either.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
There is no doubt that Ball brings his flight gear to the arena. The man has a little bit of bounce on him.
Here's Holiday. Pass to Brown. And the layup is good. Brown's got it all tied up now for Boston.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Wagner kicks to Prince. Here's Schroeder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
For Kansas City, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Brown against Schroeder. And here's Prince outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Holiday. Rebounded by Kansas City. Wagner's got his 6th rebound on the night. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
That's good from Schroeder.
He's put in the work and worn down the defense. Now they're getting a little sloppy, and it's allowed them to get to the line more this half.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. Tatum against Wagner. Shot from free throw range. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Tatum's got 46 points.
I do not care what kind of game he is having. In these moments, Tatum is just different.
Wagner has screen on Holiday. To the middle. And it's Wagner missing. Boston's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. White, good.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
Here's Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Ball. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 1. Here's Brown. Plays it up and banks it in. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
The emergence of Brown as a #1 scoring option has been so much fun to watch. He has earned a lot of trust from his coaching staff.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And so he hits both. Here's Brown. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Brown.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
Kansas City trails by 3. Schroeder outside. Ball from long range. Hits it from three-point range. Ball's got 38 points.
That is just a big shot from Ball. I like seeing him step up and show that leadership.
Here's Brown. Robinson pulls it in. Wagner finds Schroeder. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Count that bucket. Ball's got 40 points.
Getting it done when their backs are against the wall. What a gritty play there from Ball.
Here's Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Jaylen Brown.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And we've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The drive-by ball.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
Coming onto the floor now is Celtics entertaining. Make some noise for them. Yellow fans, it's time to get up out of your seats and get loud.
.50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Tatum. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Back to Ball. Money!
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
Make some noise.
.27 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That'll pretty much do it.
There's Brown with the three. Robinson pulls it in, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Porzingis, third personal foul, 15 foul. Shooting for the away team.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Line for two.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Here's Tatum. And so Kansas City takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Kevin, congrats on the win. Are you guys gaining confidence, and what are you figuring out?
Just that we need to continue continuity. We really need to pick it up on the defensive end. Offense, we can get whatever we want really at any time, but the defense is where we're going to need to get better.
That is somewhere we have to tighten up, Kevin. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Lonzo Ball.